so watching a video, don't understand the logic behind this. It's a cat dog. So I'm going to watch it and I'm going to give you my feedback on it as it's being played. Okay, so it's the opening credits of it. Apparently one fine day with a woof and a purr, a baby was born and it caused a little stir. So would the dog eat the cat? Would it attack it in any way? What is that thing? It's a tap dancing chihuahua. There's a green rabbit. They live in a house that's a fishbone.
Yeah, because the cat eats fish and the dog eats bone.
But
Makes sense.
yeah, but where's the poo go? Which one of them has a bum hole? It's a head to head.
They don't have a bum hole.
Yeah, but they need to shit. They need to piss as well.
It's a cartoon. They don't need to.
No, but it has to have a butthole somewhere.
Yeah, name one cartoon where you see someone do poos. One of the characters do poos. Did Mighty Max ever do a poo?
South Park, Simpsons.
Oh, well, yeah.
Cartoons, they do poo. Look, it doesn't even have a spine. It's a piece of spaghetti, look. Where's the spine in that?
Well, snakes
I understand snakes have spines, but what the...
But they can bend their spines.
But it's a cat and a dog fused. You'd think it would have a solid spine. Which one has the organs? Which one has the stomach? If the dog eats dog food, is the cat going to get all messed up and be all like...
And they always face the opposite way. But then in the episode when you see cat talking to him, he's facing the dog, but his body's not...
This is some sort of sadistic scientist, like, dream come true. He's like, oh yeah, woo! I'm going to make a human Sentai cat dog. I don't understand.
You got any feedback on their arch nemesis, Rancid Rabbit?
The rabbit guy?
Rancid Rabbit.
It's a green talking rabbit.
Yeah, it's rancid. Rancid, when things turn green, they go rancid. That's where he lives up to his name, you see.
Look at it! Look, it's a piece of spaghetti.
What?
There is no bones in that thing.
It would be like an eel bone.
Is there two hearts? Is there one heart? So if the cat dies, is the dog dragging it around?
Probably. But it might eat it. Who knows?
Well, what happens if the dog, like, gets pissed off with the cat? Does it chase it? Does it try to kill it and eat it?
If the cat dies, it has 9 lives.
Yeah.
So the dog has to put up with it dying 9 times.
Yeah, but what happens after the
Before
9th
it's actually
time it's
dead?
dead?
Well,
Then
yeah.
what does it do? Does it drag it around
Well,
till
what
it
if the dog
decomposes?
gets run over by a car?
Well, then what does the cat do?
The cat's fucked, isn't it?
I don't understand. I don't understand this.
Is the dog allergic to catnip?
Oh my
Look,
God.
they're both facing each other and their stomach and their body isn't...
Yeah, what the hell?
Well, maybe they're a contortionist. Maybe
So they're a circus freak.
Maybe their mother was a contortionist.
What is it? It's feeding some baby some green goop. How does a dog have cooking skills?
This is a cartoon, though.
It doesn't matter if it's a cartoon. It should make
It
sense.
doesn't need to make sense.
What is that thing?
That's a
Wings
little
like.
Trevor mouse.
It's a blue rat.
Yeah.
Was it left in the fridge for too
It
long?
looks like
Was
a
it one of the
hot
cat's like dinners one night?
Maybe.
I don't understand.
If they got fleas, would they get double the fleas?
If one of them eats something really messed up, like if the dog were to eat chocolate, and I know that our dog's eaten chocolate and it had diarrhea, what happens? What happens?
Does the dog sniff the cat's bum?
It doesn't have a bum!
Why doesn't it have a bum?
It's fused at the stomachs!
It doesn't need to have a bum.
Catdog! Catdog! See, what the fuck is this thing? Look!
See?
What the hell?
That's how it bends.
Where's the bum?
It doesn't need a bum.
Where's the bum?
There's a big brown thing underneath.
That's a spot. It's a liver spot.
How do you know? It could be an anus.
How is that? It's what? It's got an anus there, and there?
Yeah, well,
Alright, now show the people how they face, like normal.
So this is how they normally face, right? But in the cartoon, somehow magically they're like this. But yet they can still walk around.
See, they look normal, but make dog face that way, and look at cat.
It's like contorted.
It's twisted, but in the show it's not twisted.
that's because they've got animation skills. They can
I know.
smooth it
Are
out.
we like some abomination from God? Yes, dog.
See, the cat's nose is brown because it's been sniffing the dog's bum.
It doesn't have a bum!
It's that big anus thing underneath.
That is a spot! Oh, it doesn't have an
Can you
ass!
confirm that
Where
it's
is
a
the
spot?
organs in this thing?
Can you confirm that it is a spot?
It is a spot.
Where in the cartoon does it say it's a spot?
Watch the card. Look
Yeah.
at the card. It's
Do they-
covered in spots.
Do they actually say?
Well, would
the
you
colour
have an
of the
anus?
big
But
spot underneath is an anus?
would you have an anus behind
or a
each
spot?
ear? Would you have an anus on your back? Would you have an anus next to your other back?
Well, you never know.
I don't.
In cartoon land, anything is possible.
Yeah, but what the hell is this thing?
It's a cat dog.
What the fuck is a cat dog meant to be? Look at it!
And the cat comes first because C comes before D.
Why can't it be a dog cat?
Because C comes before D.
It doesn't matter about the alphabet. Why can't it be a dog
Why
cat?
doesn't it matter about the alphabet? Because it's a cartoon.
Hey, cow and chicken. That's the name of the show. H
Cow and
becomes O. So wasn't it chicken and cow?
I don't know.
Because
look
it sounds
at
better as cow and chicken.
Look, it's running.
Cat dog, dog cat.
It's okay.
Cat dog
Here's another thing, right? The dog runs like this. The cat runs like this. Why don't they scrape this so-called anus? Why don't they scrape it and get cuts and stuff?
Because they've got enough abdominal muscles to hold their guts up when they run.
What muscles? This thing's a piece of spaghetti.
Don't ruin my cat dog. I've had that for a while.
They do make a point in the show that it is sitting on the toilet like this, right?
So it must have an anus.
Where you'd think they'd stitch an ass on the toy.
It's that big brown thing.
It's a spot.
How do you know it's a spot?
Look, see? Spot.
Spot.
I
Spot.
challenge you to watch every one of their cartoons, right, from every season that they've done, and find somewhere in there a reference to that being a spot.
It's not an anus.
Go on.
Look, see?
Would your asshole be
It's a
that
spot.
big?
If I'd eaten enough curry, maybe. Maybe
It's
it
a
would.
spot because why does it have
It's a
multiple
spot.
spots?
Look, what the hell? I don't understand. Alright, so why isn't this halfway through the show just gone "Ah," and killed it?
Because they're friends.
Because
They're
he's
born together.
retarded. The dog's retarded.
Well,
Have you
shouldn't the
watched
cat
it?
kill the dog then?
But they were born together, they're friends.
I don't think this was a natural creation. I think this was physically made in a lab.
They went to find their parents, but they found their foster parents. Their foster parents, the dad was a frog and the mother was a Sasquatch.
What? What the hell?
Does that mean they were a frog squatch?
They were
Look, the cat's got...
They found the cat dog after a
Why?
hurricane.
I don't understand. Why does the dog look like it's got a black eye? It looks like it's got a black eye. It looks like the cat is physically abusing the dog.
Maybe it's just an anus around his eye.
What is it? What, you think this thing is just nothing but anuses and spaghetti?
No, I didn't say. You said it was spaghetti. I said it's got like a snake spine.
You said...
So it can...
So it's got a snake spine.
Well, snakes have
I'm pretty
spines,
sure
but
if
they
you
can-
got a snake and you held it really, really tight like this and went, you could snap the bone. This thing literally wraps around itself, makes knots and everything in the show, and it doesn't die.
Well, worms do that.
It's a worm.
So it's a worm cat dog.
It's a gene
It's
spot.
a worm dog cat. Maybe.
Wouldn't it be a cat dog worm? Because W is after all of them?
Or wormog.
What the hell's a quormon?
A cat worm dog. Quormog.
It's half man, half bear, half pig, half member pig.
Alright, so what happens if the cat dog is like stuck at a pole, right? And one decides to run one way and the other one decides to run the other. Does it literally go and slice down the guts?
No, it wraps around the pole.
They'd probably drag the pole with them.
No, they wrap around so it goes whoo, whoo. I have seen many episodes of Cat Dog.
Okay. I'm trying to understand this. I'm trying to understand it.
You're not trying very hard.
Look, it's a freaking donut rolling down the hill. Alright, so...
That's how it.
Oh look, it just
Alright,
deflated.
so
there you go. See it farted out of it.
it's not an anus, it ran over a thumbtack!
Look, where's the hole
So it's a
now?
balloon now. You're telling me.
It's not a balloon dog cat worm!
How did it deflate? Out of its
It
anus.
doesn't have an anus!
Well, then how did it deflate?
The other thing I don't
Is it a
understand-
balloon?
It's not a balloon!
Well, then how did it deflate?
It's a cartoon
Because it
apparently.
farted out of its spot anus underneath there.
It's not an anus!
How do you know? Sniff it.
It's not an anus!
I think you're an anus.
Right, the other thing that I'm not understanding about this is when the cat's licking itself and it decides, oh, I got a fur ball, the dog coughs it up. So that leads me to believe that their stomach just goes straight. Where would you put the arse in that situation if it's just one tube?
He's got a point.
He does have a valve.
That's a valid point. If the stomach is straight because the cat licks itself and then 2 seconds later the dog goes and out comes a fur ball, where would the anus cavity be there? Where?
Does that mean if the dog was a fox and it ate your turd, would it come out of the cat's mouth?
We're getting off track here. We're about this thing.
I saw that fox the other day when I was driving home from work last night.
So, if anybody can explain to me what this thing is really meant to
It's a
be,
cat dog.
I know it's a cat dog, but how does it exist?
Why do people need to explain to you what it is?
How does it exist? How is this being alive? This is
No,
like a
it's-
human
It's
centipede.
not alive, it's in the cartoon.
Human centipede isn't alive, it's a movie.
Someone created it.
Exactly, someone created this.
Yeah, for a
And
cartoon.
it wasn't no god. Honestly.
No, who created cat dog? It was that bloke.
Did he go home the next night and fuse a cat and a dog together to see if he could recreate the
Just like
cartoon?
Pigeon Rat from The Simpsons.
Yeah, maybe he dreamt it.
What about a snake rat? Would the snake eat the rat or would they be friends?
That'd be a snap. Or a rake. A rat snake.
I seriously don't understand this. Right now, Family Guy makes a point about this as well. What if they fell in love and they decided, oh, the cat's going to marry another cat, the dog's gonna... What if the other dog didn't like the other cat and it killed it?
Interspecies erotica, fucker.
Big bestiality.
This is animal inbreeding at its finest. This is animal inbreeding at its finest. Like, honestly. I don't...
See,
Look, the dog's
eating
eating,
garbage.
it's eating garbage. Does that mean the
Yeah.
cat's going to puke up like fish bones and taco turds?
How do tacos have
I
turds?
don't know. Well, how does a cat dog exist?
Because it's in a cartoon.
Well, so is a taco turd.
No, there was no
To
taco.
go off a little bit off subject, I think you were saying something about Hey Arnold and Stewie.
Oh, what the hell is with Hey Arnold and Stewie Griffin? Wouldn't their brains be all squashed and mangled as well? Like, Stewie, he's jumping on the bed and then he goes on the roof and his head just goes like a football. And Hey Arnold, he's got that tiny little hat that just sits perfectly in the middle of his head because his hair goes either side. Why do they have a toilet? You don't have an anus, you don't need a toilet.
Because they shit out of that anus under there.
It's a spot!
See, look, he's tied his ears up now.
What's that got to do with the
If
dog?
he can tie his ears up, then they can move around like a noodle. Obviously, they're very high elasticity.
No joke! What the hell? This is almost as bad as Rocco's Modern Life. It's a wallaby that has a pet dog. And then there's the neighbour that's a giant frog, like a giant frog, bigger than a wallaby, and it's like, Araka! Well, I don't understand these cartoons. Like, the Wild Thornberrys is so far the only one that makes sense. Except for Donnie. They need to stop giving that kid too much crack. It's just all over the place.
Alright, so in summary,
This thing should have been dead long ago, and the scientist that supposedly made this thing is a sicko. And this cartoon should have been taken off the air years ago. Oh, come on.
It was taken off the air years ago. wasn't
but to be fair, it is a good show.
Oh, it's a good show, but it's just makes no
you
sense. I don't understand why you build
Just
a
don't
house.
think about it, just watch
They
it.
build their own house because it's a fish in a bone. Why would they put a toilet in there if they don't have an anus? Well, do they have a penis? They're both males. Do they have a
it?
penis?
Flash Gordon makes no sense, but it's still good.
You're sneeze.
That is what's said about Flash Gordon.
Flash Gordon makes no sense, it's still good. If you're saying it's a good show but it makes no sense, well...
But how does this make sense to you?
Because it's a cat dog, it's in the cartoon, you just watch the cartoon, it's on the TV, you watch it.
If you saw this walking down the street, you wouldn't stop and go, oh, how beautiful, I can pat the cat dog. Or would you go, what in the hell is that? Kill it with fire.
Where does it shit? If you saw it,
If you took this for a walk, you wouldn't even need to take a bag with you. Because it doesn't shit. Does it pee under its armpit or something? Does it have like a little wiener just going... What happens?
See, look, they're both eating fish now.
They're wearing a t-shirt, yeah? What if they wanted to wear pants? Pair of pants.
which they do. They actually do
How?
wear pants.
Where? What? What
In one
happens?
episode, dog wears the pants and cat wears the shirt.
What does he... How does he breathe?
You know,
What
they
does he
technically
have?
have no legs.
No, they've
They've
got
got
arms.
2 arms.
So what, they just worm along like this?
Yeah. So they're actually walking in handstand mode.
Yes.
So what happens when the dog's like trying to like stand up on its hands, and then the cat's like this? Is the dog's hands gonna break?
Was there any episodes where they were playing sport where they had to kick a ball, like soccer or...
I think...
Then how would they do it? They'd be slapping the ball.
Yeah, it'd be handball. If they played soccer, it would be handball.
Yeah. Unless they're the goalie.
But that you can only have one goalie. This is technically 2 things.
So it's one entity.
Whoever made this is a sicko. Children around the world are now confused.
Well, you're confused.
Well, not...
Who the heck? What do you pack first? Oh, pretty doggy! Wow! Oh, kitty cat! What the hell?
Well, to be fair, we had better cartoons than what the kids today have.
Yeah, we had this thing. Cat dog, cat dog. No, I wouldn't be alone in the world with that. I'd shoot
Well,
myself.
he's technically not alone in the world because there's 2 of him, even though he is one entity.
If I was alone with this, I would have killed it
He
long
can at
ago.
least talk
I would
to
have put it out of
himself.
its misery.
He's not alone.
Would they have him committed for talking to himself? Would they seriously have this thing committed?
The Tasmanians get committed because they've got 2 heads.
They
Oh, we
should
should probably
be.
cut it there.
They should have been committed. Alright, so if you guys are subscribing to this channel and you're watching these videos, please, someone comment or someone send us an email or whatever you do. Just let me know what your theory is on this. Because my theory on this is it shouldn't exist.
You're going to get reamed.
It shouldn't exist, honestly.
People will attack you.
And then what is the SpongeBob deal? We're underwater, but we've got a fire. It's cartoons, man. They make no sense.
Cartoons aren't supposed to make sense. Don't kill my cat, dog! Cat!
Oh, they make dollars.
That thing should have been... if that was born naturally like that, I would have just been like, nah, kill it. Get rid of it.
Alright, so that's the end of that.
Aw, it continues.